So hello, let's talk about determining linear equations. So let's just go over a couple of things. Our gradient is defined by rise over run. Remember, that's the changing y over the changing x. And this is how we write that out. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Remember, that's the coordinates for point 2 and the coordinates for point 1. You have to be consistent which is point 1, which is point 2 when you're working this out. Also, remembering the general form of the equation is y equals mx plus c, where c is the y-intercept. Okay, let's look at finding the equation. Okay, so I have 2 points here at our at our y-intercept, that is 0, 6, and at our x-intercept, that is -2, 0. Now, I'm in the habit of always having my point 1 being the one with the lowest x value, or the one sort of on the left-hand side if you see the graph. I think it's a nice thing to be consistent in that sense. So I'm going to have point 1 being -2, 0, and point 2 being 0 and 6. Okay, so my gradient is the y2 minus y1, so that's 6 minus 0, so that comes from here and there, divided by the x coordinate of point 2, which is 0, take away the x coordinate of point 1. So you can see there that's negative. So m equals 6 minus 0 is 6. 0 minus -2 is +2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, so we got our gradient. So that's one part of our equation. So I can pick either point. I'm going to sub in 0, 6 into our y equals mx plus c. So my y value is 6, my m value is 3, my x value there is 0, and so plus c. So 6 equals 3 times 0 is 0 plus c. So that gives me my c is equal to 6, which makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so my equation is y equals 3x plus 6. All right. Now, our next one. Now, you notice with this first one, the equation is positive. It must have a positive gradient because it goes up that way. Here we have a negative gradient. All right, but let's prove that mathematically. So this point is 0, 4. That point is 5, 0. Okay, so my gradient is equal to 0 minus 4 divided by 5 minus 0. So my y value of the second point, take away the y value of the first point. My x value of the second point, take away the x value of the first point. You can do this with any 2 points on the line and you will get the gradient. Okay, so m equals 0 minus 4 is negative 4. 5 minus 0 is 5. So my gradient there is negative 4 over 5. Now, to figure out the equation, we'll sub it into the general form of the equation using either points. I'll sub in, do this one again, make it easy. So that's 4 equals negative 4 on 5 times by 0 plus c. So 4 equals c. So y equals negative 4 on 5x plus 4. Okay. So with this next one, I've just given you 2 points here, and we have to find that equation. Okay, so my first step is to find the gradient. So m equals, so I'm going to pick for point 1, the one with the lowest x value, and point 2 being then the other one. So point 1, point 2. So m equals 9 minus 3 divided by 2 minus negative 1. Okay, so m equals 9 minus 3 is 6 divided by 2 minus negative 1, so that's the same as 2 plus 1, so that's 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Alright, so far we have y equals 2x plus c. Now let's sub in one of these equations. We can sub in either one. I'll sub in negative 1, 3. Okay, so that means 3 is equal to 2 times negative 1 plus c. We're wanting to work out what c is. So 3 equals 2 times negative 1, so that's negative 2 plus c. So in order to solve for c, I have to add 2 to both sides, so that gives me 5. So my equation here is y equals 2x plus 5. Now if you wanted to double check that equation, what you could do is then use the other point you have and sub that in. I'll squeeze it in down here. So sub in to 9. That implies that 9 is equal to 2 times 2 plus 5. So 9 equals 2 times 2 is 4 plus 5. And yes, left hand side equals right hand side. So that is correct. If you wanted to double check that, that's how you could double check it. Alright, here we have been given the gradient and a point. Okay, so there's 2 ways of doing it. The way we've just been doing, which I'll do first. Okay, so we need to figure out the equation. So our general form is y equals mx plus c. So we get told the gradient, so y equals negative 4x plus c. we get told 1 point, so I'll sub in -2, 7. So that implies 7 equals -4 times by -2 plus c. So 7 equals -4 times by -2 is +8 plus c. So to solve for c, I have to take 8 from both sides. So 7 take away 8 is -1. So c equals -1. Therefore, y equals -4x minus 1. Now the other way is to use a bit of a shortcut, not quite a shortcut, but it's useful to know. So y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Okay, so that's a useful sort of formula. You see I've written that up on Compass. So let's do the same process, but this time using that. Okay, so y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. All right, so y minus y1, so we're using our point -2, 7. So that's -7 equals m is our gradient, which is -4. X minus the x coordinate that we've been given, so minus -2. So y minus 7 equals -4x plus 2, isn't it? Alright, so y minus 7 equals, let's expand these brackets, -4x, -4 times by 2 is -8. So to get y on its own, to get it into a general form, we'll add 7 to both sides. So y equals -4x, -8 plus 7 is -1. You can see we've got the same equation. Therefore, y equals -4x minus 1. So this is not quite a shortcut, but it is a nice way of working it out with a little bit less transposing and things. So I've written up on Compass which questions I'd like you to do. If you have any issues, please email. Thank you.